Welcome! Today we will discuss the aerodynamics of a plane and how they fly. The concept is fairly simple. There are four main forces you need to focus on: lift, gravity, thrust, and drag. Each plane uses these forces to get off the ground and be able to fly.
For a better visual, we're here at the War Eagles Air Museum, where I actually learned how to take my first flight. Okay, so the typical shape for an airplane wing is gonna look like this. It's like a type of oval. It almost looks like a baby fish in a way. And what this is it generates the different types of air forces. So for example, if you want high air pressure, it's gonna go underneath, and the high air pressure causes that lift, and the low air pressure goes above just because of the shape of it. And then back here you can see the flaps. During takeoff, actually the pilots, what they do is they adjust these flaps to generate either more air pressure or less air pressure so that you can fly more efficiently.
Depending on the model of the plane, the shape and build can vary. However, the wings always keep the same shape. The only thing that will change is the thrusters.
For example, in this plane, you can tell that it's a lot heavier because it needs to carry missiles. So what they did is they used a lot bigger propellers and a lot bigger thrusters to give it that thrust force so it can get into the air faster.
Early invented planes relied on piston engines and propellers for propulsion, so they didn't even need the thrusters to begin with. Most aircrafts utilize a single propeller at the nose to generate the needed thrust force.
Okay, so for example on this one, you can tell that it only has one main propeller in the middle. This one doesn't have a thruster, it's just the propeller which generates that lift. But you can tell that since it's a transportation airplane, not like the other one, it doesn't carry missiles, it doesn't need that thrust force, which is why it only uses the propeller. But because it's only the main propeller, we're gonna need a lot more lift stability. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a double-decker wing set. And this is what this plane has here. Of course we have the really big planes, and then we have the Okay, so all of these planes, they use typically the same concept of flying. They use the four different forces, but even though they look so different, they're all the same in a way. They all use high air pressure and low air pressure to get off the ground and create that lift.
I hope this crash course helped you understand a little bit more about planes. Thank you so much for watching.